Well, thank you everyone for being here. We're going to talk about the book which is called Encyclopedia Numismática de Michoacán, which is a Michoacan numismatic encyclopedia. What I'm trying to do, and I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it one day, is to do the whole numismatics of Michoacan in one big encyclopedia. And I started with the municipal coins. So the objective is to have 5 volumes, which is the first one for municipal coins, then private coins and notes, then medals and paper money, and at the very end, the word of independence, and I'm not sure why it didn't appear there. So, okay, there is Michoacan, is near Mexico City, near Guadalajara, in between the state is there. And Michoacan is not very well studied, and just a little things of some numismatics are studied properly, I guess. The first thing that we have from Michoacan is the 2 and 4 maravillas that were not produced obviously in Michoacan, but the copper was produced in Michoacan, and then they took the copper to Mexico City, and that's where they started. Then we have some proclamation medals that are well studied, and probably the most important thing that we have in Michoacan are the War of Independence coins, which are the Suprema Junta, also the Provisional de Valladolid. And finally, for the ones who like notes, obviously Banco de Michoacán is one of the most collectible banks because of its scare thing. Okay, why did I start with the municipal coins? First of all, because Michoacan, even though its importance on the matter of producing metal, they didn't. They tried establishment in Michoacan more than 10 times. There are decrees that we want to do a mint in Michoacan, and we want to do a mint in Michoacan, and it never came through. So the federal government didn't produce enough fractional coins, and the government of Michoacan didn't create state coins such as Jalisco and Chihuahua and Guanajuato or Zacatecas. So we didn't have nor federal, not state coins. So municipalities, haciendas, and even particulars were allowed, I say allowed because they weren't, most of them, they weren't allowed to make their coins to fulfill the necessity. But what's really important here is they prohibited, and they allowed, they prohibited, they allowed, they prohibited, they allowed, and it was a whole process where they had to melt them, and then they had to produce again. So it's kind of interesting how we didn't have money in order to fulfill the necessity of use of these things, and at the end of the day, they prohibited, and we come back and make again. So there have been a bit of studies on municipal coins. The only one that has been made by the entire book about Michoacan was Don Manuel Romero de Terreros in 1940, who did the first study on municipal coins. There, he also included haciendas and some particular. Then was Mauricio Fernandez in 1979, who did the Monedas Municipales Mexicanas. Then Frank Grove in 1989 did his great book, including thousands of tokens. But they were mixed between municipal, particular, and hacienda. So everything was there. Then Mauricio Fernandez on 2014 renewed his book, including a huge amount of tokens and municipal coins. And then on to 2023, I did the one for Michoacan again. So it's been 83 years from the first study on Michoacan coins until 2023. And the important thing here is that in 1940, only 150 and 56 coins were included, including Hacienda and private. And now in 2023, more than 240 coins, only municipal, are included on the book. So it's been a long way and a lot of findings. These coins are really, really extremely rare. I believe in some cases only 1 or 2 examples are known. So another important thing here is that we haven't had images of the coins before. Mauricio Fernandez, in both of his books, he draw the coins. Then Grob also has drawings, and in 1940, Romero Terreros only included about 10% of the coins with an image in black and white. So it is the very first time that we have a book full color with the entire photographs of the whole coins there. The goal of the book was to catalog, photograph the best examples available. These coins, and most of you that have seen a lot of tokens, you know that there is really, really hard to find one complete design of the coin. So the very first thing that I started with when I started the book was to find the best example to illustrate the book, so that we don't have to imagine the coin as we did with the previous books when we only have the drawing. So I wanted to have the most complete design, and then of course the better conserved, the better preserved coins. The coins, about 90% of the coins come from 3 different collections. The first one was Clyde Huber collection, who everyone knows who he was. And then here is Angel, and I want to thank you, Angel, for giving me this opportunity to present all of these coins, incredible coins, some of them the only ones known, and of course some in the greatest condition. Then is Gabriel Gomez Saborio collection, which is the co-author with Mauricio Fernandez in the book Monedas Particulares Michoacanas, or Mexican Private Issues, and at the end my collection. So about 90% of the coins presented on the book came from these very three collections. Okay, how did I catalog? Okay, how did I catalog? Cataloging sometimes is really difficult. So when you started just by numbering everything without giving any special difference between them, then you have the problem that, and of course with this type of coins, now that we have a lot of detection and that stuff, many coins appear that we haven't had before. So if I did just a number in all of them, I wouldn't have the chance to still cataloging what's coming again. So I started the cataloging by giving the 3 first letters of the town, which here we have a Zamora coin, and I'm not sure what is CAM, and then the number in a chronological order. That means, for example, in this case, that it's the SAM 7. It means that there are 6 other types of before the 1842, which is the year. So it has to be years before the ones before that one. But then we have problems because, as I told you before, these coins were prohibited, and then they put it back on circulation. So what happened is they counterstamp them and revalidate them. So here we have the sum with a counterstamp 1/8. So I have to say that it's a different coin because it's counterstamped, but still the same as the other one. So I just started adding letters. So then we have the SAM B, which has another eighth. Then we have the SAM C with both of them. And we have the SAM D. Now we have the set A. And so far, so on. Then, what's more interesting is what you can find here. It's also an 1842 coin, such as the previous one, but we have the difference because this is written with a B and this is written with the other B. So I have to give them another name because that, of course, came from a different die. So when coins are produced with different dies, then it's a different coin. So I added that. Here, that's the table. You can see the V and the B. So far so good. I tried to catalog as most as I found. Many coins are counter-stamped with even in different municipalities. So you have one coin counter-stamped. For example, we have an Ixtlan coin, which is another municipality, counter-stamped with a Zamora counter-stamp. So the possibilities here are enormous. So I try to catalog as most as I can, and I believe that those three collections are big enough in order to try to catalog at least everything that is known today. No? Then on the book, I established the rarity of the coins, from very common to very rare. And when known the number of specimens available, it's provided. Some of those are really, really hard coins. And when I had the census of them, it's also recalled on the book. And this book catalogs for the first time more than 50 municipal coins of Michoacan. And now that we are in the US, this is the only Mexican coin with the seal of the United States.
Wow.
Just to show you the incredible thing about these coins, this is a Cotija, which is a town in Michoacan that is well known by its cheese. You can find the queso Cotija comes from this town. And yes, it is the only Mexican coin with the seal of the U.S. You can see it right there. It is an 1856 coin, and you can see the resemblance between the two coins there. It's incredible how they try to copy everything from the 5 cents that it was in use at that time with the coin, and being in 1866, 56. And as I told you before, there is a COT C6A, which has a counter stamp of a private dealer there in Cotija. So, I mean, this is a whole universe of coins. They were produced locally, so there was no machines. The people who made it, there were locals. There were, I mean, there was only the I don't know how to say, but they tried to do the best things they could with the things they had at the time. So this is really fantastic. Obviously, finding examples like the ones I've been presented is extremely difficult to find great tokens from Michoacan, and even from everywhere. So finally, I'll say the book is 200 pages full color. Here I have one just to show you this. This is the book, and obviously it's full color in pages. And if you want, I brought some of them to the USMEX convention. So if you want, there are some books there. And here also I want to say we would like to see you in Guadalajara in 15 days for the convention there. So Thank you, and if you have any questions.
So were some of those coins, you mentioned that they made the coins with what they had. Were some of these coins actually hand produced?
Most of them,
Most
I
of them.
believe about 90% of them.
And then would you say that were most of them copper coins?
Most of them, about 80% are copper, some of them are brass, but copper and brass. No silver on this thing. Yes?
Hi, thank you for the lecture. I enjoyed that. You read all the time that back in the 1800s that, and before that, that the Mexican people rejected the copper coins. They always preferred plata, and that they would. You hear stories about them throwing it in the lake to spite the Spanish and stuff like that. Were these coins that were made locally received more readily by the people? Were they willing to use them?
The ones included in the book, which is municipal, yes, because the municipality says they are good, and he's responsible for them. So those they were needed,
Right.
not accepted or not accepted. They were needed because with half a real you can buy half a cow. How do you buy 1 kilogram of meat if you don't have the coin to buy it? Now the problem also is that, as I said, many particulars did their coins, and that's when it goes wrong, or haciendas did their own coins, and then it's when they started to say, oh, okay, I'll take the coin back, but not at 1/8. I take lower. So that happens more on particular issues, on private issues, more than in municipal ones. Anyone else? Well, thank you very much.